Hey, good morning, everybody. I hope you're doing well. Are you ready for this day? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Why is my camera not coming on? Because I got to click the button. There we go. Hey, good morning, everybody. Come on, click, 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 click. Camera not plugged in. What's going on here? No, it's not. That's why we got a little no camera issue. Get that plugged in. There we go. Now we might have a camera. Hey, listen, it's a Monday morning. Monday morning. Good to see everybody. It is a little chilly, 50 degrees here. I'm sure it's a little colder maybe where you're at. It is September 12th, 2022. I hope you're doing well. And today's conversation, we're talking about this month about being present, becoming undistractable. So the question then becomes this: what attention, listen carefully, I know this is going to be odd, maybe it'd be the first time you've heard it, but the question then becomes, and that Seamus you see in the background right here, what attention, listen carefully, what attention owes you its focus? I was listening to Napoleon Hill yesterday, and he was talking about people and individuals and having connections and relationships and masterminds. And the question he came up with is, who owes you their allegiance? Who owes you their connection? Who owes you their alliance? So I'll ask you that as well. I'd ask you that. Who owes you their connection? Who owes you their alliance? Who owes you their allegiance? See, when I ask that question, all of a sudden things change dramatically. Who owes you their business? This all came about when Hill was talking about going the extra mile. And going the extra mile, that's the only place you can advance. Too many people are not even going the first mile. Too many people aren't even going the first quarter mile. Too many people aren't even starting. They're doing that proverbial saying that says, give me heat and I'll give you wood to the stove, right? Doesn't work that way. So the question then becomes, what happens if you don't give it the wood? You won't get the heat. What happens if you don't give people around you the alliance? You won't get the reception. Follow me? So let's take this to an energetic level. What attention owes you its focus? If the whole thing, what you are seeking, is seeking you, I don't know if you could see this, but Fiona has grabbed my shoe and now she's chewing on her arm. Can y'all see that? She's chewing on her arm. She's just, hey, having a good day. Gonna chew on my arm. She's a mess. What attention owes you its focus? What attention owes you its focus? You hear me? So think about that. Your goal, is your goal focused on you? Your money, is your money focused on you? Good morning, Instagram. Great to have you here. Good morning, folks on YouTube. Good to see you here. We're broadcasting live to the VIP group, Instagram, and YouTube. So I'll figure out more channels as we go along. So as you sit and think about that for just a second, this is going to be a short one this morning for you, because I want you to take action on some of these steps. I want you to get focused on some of these results. What What goal is giving you attention? 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 What goal is giv See, because if you use the words, what you think about and what you think about, you bring about. Thanking means talking about it at a subconscious level. Thanking means bringing energy to it at a subconscious level. Didn't say gratitude for it, thanking it. See, because the mind does not operate with good or bad. It operates with everything as truth. I don't like that. The universe only hears the like. It doesn't hear the don't. I don't want to smoke anymore. I don't know why I find it so hard to quit smoking. I don't want to be fat anymore. I don't know. The universe says, I don't know why it's so hard for you to get skinny. You keep talking about wanting to be heavy. So if what you think about and think about, you bring about, and thanking means talking. I understand what the author said in when he was in The Secret, what you think about, meaning gratitude. Most people didn't get that transition. Most people aren't aware of that conversation. Most people don't truly understand gratitude. They understand being grateful, but gratitude is a whole different beast. It operates at a deeper level. Gratitude are the lines on the bottom of the pool. You can see them. They can guide you while you're at the surface. Yet if you truly want to know what the bottom of the lines in the pool look like, you've got to swim down to them. You've got to get closer. You've got to go down deep. You've got to spend some time. Now, you can spend some time in the shallow end. Olympic pools don't typically have shallow ends. Imagine you step into a friend's pool and it's got the shallow end and it's got the deep end. Now, all of a sudden, you can stand on the gratitude, but you can't stand on gratitude when it gets deep, when it gets tough, when it gets focused. So if understanding that, if having gratitude for that, who owes you, what goal owes you its focus? Kind of a different approach to it this morning, isn't it? Little different conversation, little different thought, little different look, little different perception. And this is what Wayne Dyer would say. I remember him saying to me and a few other people, change the way you look at things, and the things you look at change. If that's the case, then let's see who, what, where, when, why of any of our goals is seeking us. Because I can tell you that where you're at right now, where you're at in this moment, where you're at in this second, it's your thoughts that have gotten you here. You have a responsibility, an ability to respond. So as I ask you this question and as I pose these challenging questions to make you think a little bit deeper, a little bit more outside the universe, which goals today owe you their attention? See, if you ask yourself that and you just sit down quietly and not in a place where you could be easily embarrassed, you may realize that very few of your goals owe you anything. Imagine if you were going to ask your goals to move today. Would any of them show up with the truck? Would any of them say, I'll be right over? Well, no, I won't need you till this afternoon. That's all right. I'll wait. How many of you have had a friend that you are in such an alliance with that you feel you owe them whenever they ask? And they feel they owe you. This is an alliance. They feel they owe you, that if you ask them to come to pick you up at the airport and you were 2 hours late, they'd rib you a little bit. They'd poke at you a little bit. They would be still happy to pick you up. They would be still happy to wait on you. Can you imagine your dreams when you truly have an alliance with your dreams, with your goals, with your focus that have been waiting on you. Your dreams have been waiting on you for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. Your goals have been waiting on you, and they're still excited to find you and pick you up. Good morning, everybody on Instagram. Good to see you all. So think about that for just a second. Today, as you move through your day, your wondrous day, your brilliance, your joy, your creativity, your name it. What dreams owe you their alliance? What dreams have you put in your gratitude blender of joy? What dreams owe you their alliance, their energy, their frequency, their vibration? What dreams owe you access to the vibratory state of that dream? That's the only thing that's delaying you. Change the way you look at things, and the things you look at change. Wallace D. Wattles would say, it's not about doing certain things, it's about doing things in a certain way. Science of getting rich. So what if 98% of the people fall short of their goals regularly? 2-3% of the population control more wealth, have more wealth than all of the other 98, 97% of the population. Do you think doing what you're doing, going about the way you're going about things, continually repeating Einstein, doing things a little with insanity, doing things over and over and over and over, and working harder and harder and harder and harder, and becoming stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger? Do you think that's really a formula that's ever going to work? Ever. We've got 100 years, 200 years, 300 years, 400 years, 500 years, 600 years, 700 years of proof that harder is not the answer. Stronger is not the answer. So if stronger isn't the answer and harder is not the answer, what might be the answer? Change the way we look at things. Do things in a certain way. This could be a simple change that could change everything. Ask yourself, what dreams owe you an alliance? What dreams owe you? What goals owe you attention? Hill was talking about adding people to the mastermind. And he was talking about Carnegie and how Carnegie knew, for those of you that may not know, right, at the time, Andrew Carnegie, the richest man on the planet, in steel, in the production of steel, in the making of steel, in the selling of steel, knew nothing about steel when he started. Was a laborer, came from Scotland when he was young. A laborer, became the richest man on the planet. You know how he did it? You know what his claim to fame is? Is a mastermind. 22 or 25 men, having them work and listen carefully. Here's where the challenge is. Here's where many of us fall short. Here's where many of us suffer through life. To find those people who work in perfect harmony. Perfect harmony. I have a lot of harmonious relationships. I have very few perfect harmony connections. I have a lot of people who I'm publicly in tune with. Very few I have a private, harmonic relationship. So when you change today, when you look at today and you look at what's keeping you from your dreams, it is simply your harmonic vibration. That's all it is. If you believe in the law of attraction, then you also have to believe in the other 7 universal laws. First one is that energy is. Did you ever hear the phrase, it is what it is? It is what it is. When you understand that it, energy, is what it, energy, is. It is what it is. So then how do we understand that nothing exists? Listen carefully. Here's where it's going to like pop the top of your head off. If energy is what energy is, then pay close attention. Hey, Roxanne, how are you, my love? Good to see you. If you understand that energy is, then you must understand, you must take your awareness to the next level. And the next level says that nothing exists. Nothing exists until it's measured. What does that mean? They find that when energy particles are not being monitored, when energy particles are not being measured, when energy particles are not in the conscious field of a human, unlimited possibilities exist. This just got we're underneath the lines of the bottom of the pool in the deep end right now. So if nothing exists behind me until I look at it and measure it, until I look at it and give it some meaning, it doesn't take shape, it doesn't take form. So if it is what it is energy, and it doesn't manifest itself in your world till you measure it. That's why I could look at an argument going on between you and somebody, and when you're done, I could say, wow, that was a knockout drag out. And I could be giggling about it. It is what it is. It is what I make it to be. So now let's go back to the topic of the morning. If it is what it is, and I have a responsibility, an ability to respond, and the meaning I give to things make it what it is, how many of your goals now owe you attention? How many of your dreams will you command to be attentive to you? See, could you imagine if you said, listen, you owe me? What would change in the asking if you knew that somebody owed you and you know that you were getting ready to pick up the phone, to send them an email, to write them a text, that the second you asked it, they would instantly say, I'll be there instantly? What if you said to the $5,000 request that you need, listen, I need you here today. You don't believe it'll be here today, do you? Applied faith is such an acquired skill, knowing that you know that you know that you know. When you know that your dreams owe you their attention, two things will happen. Your life will change instantly. You'll begin to have days where you say, oh my gosh, you won't believe what's happening. And secondly, you won't have time for bullshit. You won't have time for delays. You won't have time for distractions. You won't have time to ever have an argument again. You won't have time to ever be in misery again. When you sit in a gold mine, there are no time for coffee breaks. When you finally decide that it is what it is, right? What does the beam say? People who say the phrase, it is what it is, are dangerous. It's time for you to become dangerous. I'm putting a program together for those who want to choose to become dangerous, who want to make a decision to become dangerous, who want to absolutely, beyond a shadow of a doubt, be able to be dangerous to fear and procrastination and delay. I'll ask you again. Will you Use the phrase, it is what it is, understanding that you decide what it is. And you decide your responsibility. And when you do, life will change instantly. Faster than instantly. Keeping it there, that's some effort. Doing the work, that's some effort. Takes about 18 months to wire that in. Wait, what? I thought it was 21 days. No, 18 months. If you want to do it faster in 90 days, that's a SEAL training camp. Most people ring the bell. About 50% of the people will probably ring the bell and ring out of the 90-day program. Think of the 90-day programs you started already. You've already rung out of them. Some of you never showed up to boot camp on day one on your 90-day program. 90 days, that's all I'm asking you. 90 days. Give me 90 days. And the 18-month process will be wired into you in 90 days. Guaranteed. So, that being said, have an amazing kind of day. And I hope you have a tremendous Monday and that your week is already showing you more, giving you more. You're doing more than you've ever done before. Because why? You've made a decision. I am your head. It is what it is, misfit. Reach out to me, DM me if you want to know the programs, you want to know the outlines of the program. It's going to be an invitation. And when I say invitation, application kind of scenario. Because when you hear the work that you're going to be doing on a daily basis, it's kind of intense. And it matters not whether you have a job or you're a mom or you're this or that. All of it can be done. It's just that it has to be done every day. So I love you tons. I appreciate you. I hope you have an incredible day. I know you will. Why? Because you're already there. I'll see y'all where? At the next event. Thanks, YouTube. I appreciate you. Let me go ahead and end that and stop the live stream.